Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm glad you are all here. I'm glad the people who are watching us on Zoom or Facebook are here with us. Tamara asked me to speak this morning about community, and each one of us has seen enormous changes in our lifetime. In retrospect, it seems to me that every decade has ushered in cultural seismic shifts. Music has gone from the folk tunes of the Kingston Trio to heavy metal, to rap, and now EDM. Technology has taken us from computers that fill up the whole room and were only affordable to the most wealthy corporations to handheld devices affordable for everyone. Cathray tube technology to microchips to streaming video, landlines to cell phones. Frozen foods have transformed how we eat, how we cook, and how we store food. 1-hour newscasts by such respected figures as Walter Cronkite have been replaced by 24/7 commentators and agitators. Suburbs have replaced downtown neighborhoods where it was possible to shop, eat, go to school and church without spending hours in a car. There have been tremendous gains during this period, but we've lost a great deal. We've lost community. We spend more time at home in front of our computers or scrolling through cell phones, looking at recent news blurbs, emails, or playing games. Cell phones have become our community, our link to family, friends, and strangers. Those links often take priority over the people next to us, in front of us, or around us. So what is community? What does it mean to be in community? Is there some responsibility, accountability? Is there any independence? I've been thinking about this a lot because I think community is really important. And yet more and more of us want to be independent. We don't want to rely on others. We don't want to depend on anyone but ourselves and maybe, just maybe, our spouse. An ever-growing movement to go off-grid has gone from fringe to mainstream. And yet environmentally, most of us, certainly not all of us, but most of us recognize the interdependent web of life, where one thing affects another. Fill in a wetland for houses in South Carolina, and it has long-term impact on all fronts: human, animal, mineral, vegetable, water, and air. So when communities fostered and strengthened by generations are disrupted or eliminated, everything is impacted, including churches. When communities and institutions we've depended on begin breaking apart and breaking down, there is a sense of powerlessness and aimlessness. And this was all happening before COVID. With COVID, isolation, churches, and the fabric of other communities and institutions were rendered even more fragile. But all is not lost.
Amen.
With change comes opportunity. And right now we have an opportunity to begin to rebuild our communities and turn this ship around. We have an opportunity to come together, to reestablish our communities, and to teach the next generations how to be in community with each other. We and many other churches are an aspirational, at least it seems to me, an aspirational community. We depend on each other to help us on that quest. And that quest involves becoming our best selves. Additionally, we aspire to make the world a better place based on the values taught in the New Testament and other religious and spiritual documents. In 2021, we passed the Relational Covenant to be wise, welcoming, inclusive, supportive, and engaged for mental health. It is designed to teach us how to be in community with those with mental health challenges. Ironically, the covenant reinforces our best selves and teaches us how to be in community with each other, with everyone, including those with mental health challenges. It begins by saying, I recognize the divinity in you.
Amen.
I see your divinity. It goes on to say, Jean, I will be a listener for you. Craig, I will practice healthy communication skills with you. I will receive and ask for help when I need it. And that's just for starters. The relational covenant has so much more. Everything in there we have been taught at some point in our lives. But in our brokenness and our isolation, these lessons have been lost or forgotten or ignored. But our better selves realized we wanted to be open and welcoming to all seekers. And we hope to create a model for communication, one we can all agree on and practice and teach. The relational covenant is that model or tool, and with it we can begin to bridge gaps and create new pathways that will strengthen our aspirational community. No one will have to hide their light under a bushel when they enter our doors.
Amen.
Together our light will brighten the sky and become a beacon for all those who aspire to be their best selves and who wish to make the world a better place to live.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.